welcome back. And today I have another account review for you guys. And today we have Insis. Okay, he's a American player. Oh my god, this might be the first American player I had in like quite a long time. It's mostly like Asia and EU players getting account reviews for me. Okay, and then he's a F2P. Skill level can quick swap with whack comps for fun and TOA, but I lean slightly towards 1, 2, 3 rotations. Okay, you used to focus on Qiuyuan, Aemeath, Havoc, Rover, Chisha, Augusta, Cartethyia, Jinxi, Zhang Liao. Brother, just name your whole roster then. Extra notes. I pulled based on Bobs. I could clear the last 2 floors on the middle tower since I got Qiuyuan. Oh my god, dude. This been like 3 back-to-back Qiuyuan level counts. This is insane. Can also clear Instate and Wiwa. Currently saving for Hiyuki. Update got Hiyuki the day before yesterday, so she's still a work in progress. Okay. For Qiuyuan, I started saving after Augusta, which should explain some things. Okay. Pulled again for him and his weapon on his rerun. Okay. For Havoc Rover, her echoes are in the preset and using R2 standard sword. Okay. We was also in a work in progress. So he probably can clear Weewa, but it's probably not clear. That's why you said that. But let's see what his account has to offer here. Okay, so here we are on Insys account. I swear that's like it has to be like a Latin name. All right. Anybody seen my Barato? Is that like Spanish? Okay, and then he's a January baby, just like me, just like me. Yay. All right, and then his account is level 80. So if you want to get an account with me, you have to at least be level 65, and you could join very easily by going to the link in the description, click the Discord link, look for the account review section, and you can apply extremely easily. So now let's look at his pools. He has no pools. Last banners was well, he did just pull Hiyuki. He did just say he just pulled Hiyuki like yesterday. So let's look at his corals. He has no corals. Okay. Oh, you should definitely get that. You're like homeless, or you're like the brink of F2P. Okay, and then nothing there, nothing here, and nothing here. So he's completely empty when it comes to FTP. Okay, so we have another DPS Shogun. So this DPS Shogun looks pretty good, except for his ER. I really doubt you get his ER on command, but that just kind of depends on what team you run on him. But so far, the build is honestly really insane. Let's look at his
Nice.
dupes. S4 Choyen. Why does every time I see a DPS Choyen, why do y'all go for the S4? Why? It's literally 20% attack. It's literally the worst S4 I've seen in my entire life. But yeah, S4 Choyan, DPS Choyan, this definitely clears in game. I just definitely kind of scared on how you get his ultimate because yeah, Hiyuki, like you said, is a work in progress, but for right now, she's not looking that bad. She definitely needs a little bit more crit rate than that, but you're in a work in progress. You're in a work in progress. All right, Arrow Rover. Well, you said you let me look at Havoc Rover, so let me look at that. Okay, so the Havoc Rover is also pretty nicely built. This is pretty good. This is a nice build. I like it. Only thing I would say change is probably getting the little nightmare crownless, and that's really about it. Besides that, you're kind of done. All right, Aemeath. This is a decent enough Aemeath. I would definitely wish you had like if you're not gonna at least get like the 100% grade, I would definitely at least try to get to this 70% mark right here. So you need 5 more crit rate. I would definitely try to get 5 more crit rate, but this is pretty decent enough. It definitely still clears in game. No dupes, no dupes. I don't think we've seen any dupes besides on Choyan. All right, and then Mornye. The Mornye is good enough. It seems good enough. Yep, it's good enough. All right, it's a good enough Mornye. Chisha is also pretty decent enough. It's also good enough. Yep. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, it's a good enough. She should definitely get her ult. Augusta, I could definitely tell the Augusta missing some stats. Yeah, non-double crit, double crit, double crit, double crit, double crit. So you only missing double crit on one piece here. Definitely try to get that, but so far, it's honestly not that bad. It looks pretty nice. Got the ER. You just need that extra crit roll, and then she'll look even better. Cartethyia, this is a good enough Cartethyia. It's good enough. I like it. Definitely maxed out this. Definitely maxed out this. And then I think that's about it. Zanny, I'm gonna guess she has a weapon here. Uh, I'm just gonna guess he's probably gonna level this up and put it on Zanny, but I'm just gonna put this on her for now. Okay, so yeah. With this in mind, it's not that bad of a build for Zanny. It definitely works. I would definitely max this out. Definitely max this out. And I think that's about it for Zanny. It's not that bad of a build. It definitely could use a little bit more work. Phoebe, the Phoebe is good enough, honestly. Yeah, don't have her sig. That's fine. I would definitely just throw her on Moonlit. You can literally keep it all plus 0. This level 1-3 cost and had the 4 cost being a Heron, and that's really about it for Phoebe. It's definitely good enough. All right, and then Carlotta. This is a decent enough Carlotta. I definitely wish you had a little bit more crit rate. I would definitely max out everything on Carlotta also. Carlotta definitely wants the damage from all of her traces too. So yeah, the Carlotta definitely could use a little bit more work too. The just really just the crit rate. You could probably drop a little bit ER for a little bit more crit rate. And then we have Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Shorekeeper. It's good enough. Um, definitely max out this intro. Definitely max out the intro out of all things. I don't think we've seen any dudes besides the Qiuyuan still. All right, Zhang Liao. Let's put this weapon back on him. Okay, so with this, he also looks pretty decent enough. I definitely think this also could look a little bit better. Let me see here. Yeah, could definitely use a crit damage roll there. And then that's also really about it. Yeah, just need a little bit more crit damage. I will also probably switch to like crit rate instead. Like I think going crit rate 4 for him is honestly not that bad because sometimes bro definitely be missing them crits. And then we had Jinshi. Oh, wildfire mark. Wait, bro has wildfire mark with no lupa. I definitely did not see a lupa here. So bro just has lupa sig. Interesting. He probably got like an tempo or something. But yeah, I definitely think you could switch her since you're on a crit damage weapon. I would definitely. Oh, you are on crit rate. Oh, you just don't have double crit on everything. Oh, okay. So you have 2 echoes that don't have double crit. Okay, yeah, I would definitely try to get double crit on everything there, and then keep her on the crit rate 4, and then try to get her crit rate up a little bit. Besides that, I think you're chilling. You're chilling. And I think that is all his characters. Yeah, I think that's all his characters. So my favorite build here, probably the Qiuyuan. This definitely seems like the one with the most love, at least. Though I mean, it definitely has the most love. So I think that's it for his characters. Let's go look at his in-game clears and stuff like that. Okay, so here we are for his in-game. So he is full clearing. He used Denjin Carlotta here on the bottom, and then use Cartethyia right here on this. Actually, I just realized he has Cartethyia no Kachona. I definitely did not see Kachona. And then we have right tower, same thing. Cartethyia slam this, use Fabi Zeni on the third little floor right there. Middle tower, he's using the Jinshi. The Jinshi Augusta's actually clearing that very easily. Yeah, it's a just yeah, that team definitely slings that very, very easily. And then we have the Carlotta Aemeath. That is really nice. That team also slams really, really hard. I really like using Aemeath as a support. She's very nice as a support. We had the Augusta supporting the Qiuyuan. So that is pretty nice. Yeah, that's actually a really nice clear with the Augusta supporting Qiuyuan because Qiuyuan was going all in here because this is full electric. That is very, very nice. And then we had the Aemeath supporting the Qiuyuan also here. So that is really nice. That is pretty nice clears. Oh, actually, I just realized that also has the Jinshi there. But that's a pretty exceptional clear. Holy W Choyen. W Choyen. W support Aemeath. W like kind of shorekeeper like freaking Jinshi, and then Choyen being the DPS there. That is very nice clear, honestly. Okay, for Wiwa, he getting the 4.6 here with the Amos supporting the Choyen again, and then he used the hiyuki team here, very easily cleared. And then use here, he used the basically just literally just running whatever. Kind of like aiming to support and the Jinshi a little bit. I think if he is outroing Amenth into Jinshi, then it's Amenth supporting Jinshi a little bit here. And then DPS Qiuyuan second on first floor, and then very nicely cleared. And then I think that's really about it. So let's go look at his DPM. DPM, he's getting the full rewards. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's like 21k you need again. And then he has a 5k clear here. And then he has a very easily another 5k clear here. Qiuyuan DPS with the Zheng Liao, so dual DPS going to 6.2. And then an Amos supporting the Jinchi again, I'm pretty sure there. And then he's boom, getting the 5.2. So that's very easily got the 4 rewards here. Let me make sure. Yep, 4 rewards here very easily. Expiration, he has 1.x almost fully 100% in. And then Black Sword fully 100% in. 2.x almost fully 100% in. 3.x almost fully 100% it also. Yeah. So that's very, very nice. Okay, so when it comes to my final thoughts on this count, it's pretty interesting. It's full clearing all the end games, pretty decently easily, with the Qiuyuan being his main DPS for majority of the clears for the like the hard floors. So that is pretty nice. I definitely think you need to probably finish out like one of your teams because like realistically the only two complete teams you have is really just like your main DPS Qiuyuan, and then the Zanny Phoebe. So that's really all you have when it comes to like complete teams on your account. Besides that, you had the Chisha Hiyuki here. Maybe whenever Hiyuki's teammate comes out, whenever that unit comes out, you can pull them and then you complete another team here, or like a Lene gets a rerun, or even Dinya, because Dinya is a fusion character, so she's most likely gonna work with the Aemeath here. So that's gonna be very, very nice. Complete at least out another one of your teams to make your account look a little bit more complete. Besides that, it's okay because as you can tell, bro is definitely not your average player. Bro is pretty good at the game. But for the grade, I think I'm gonna give it an A. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an A. Your skill level is no, actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna give it an A plus because your skill level definitely is taking into account a lot in this. Because besides the main DBS Shogun, like I said, you don't really have any complete teams. Like you just have this. Like you have these half of teams, and the only other complete team you have is just this, the BB Zanny, and then you have a Cartethyia, no Cochona. You have a Augusta with the Augusta Mort versus like Augusta, it's literally not that big of a difference, which is also pretty decent. But like when it comes to like your Jinshi doesn't really have a teammate. She can be ran with the Aemeath like you've been doing, and which is also going to clear very, very easily. But for having like an actual team for whenever you need to run, like I don't know, you want to run or need to run the actual teams, you don't really have it. But I definitely could say at least because of your skill level, it's an A plus. But without your skill level, I'll say it's about an A minus to an A. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. This account is pretty interesting. It didn't hurt my brain like the last account review. So yeah, very much thank you. But that's gonna be it for today's content. If you guys like this type of content, then you should definitely like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to get a account review from me, or you just want to get a viewer to away, or just chill with us, the guys are players or whatever, do talk about other games too, like Apex, Overwatch, something, Marvel Rivals, something, Elden Ring, Resident Evil, whatever you're thinking of. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.